Hi, I am Venkatesh, Assistant Professor in EC Department at Rohini College of Engineering and Technology. Now we are going to see a topic in Principles of Management. Topic title is Controlling. So first, features of controlling. Controlling is a positive force. Controlling is a dynamic and continuous process. Controlling is a goal-oriented. Controlling is a feed-forward process. Controlling process is a universal one. Control is based on planning. Controlling is a key of control. So first, before going, the controlling is a process of regulating organizational activities so that the actual performance conforms to expect the organizational structure and rules. The control function requires managers to establish appropriate performance standards. The control function is an ongoing process used to determine if an organization is meeting the goal. So, a controlling is checking the current performance against predefined standards contained in the plans, which is viewed to ensure the adequate process and satisfaction performance. So, the tool which is used for controlling an organization is managers to verifying costly risk. A certain type of controls may be quite effectively in order to one situation, but it's very inefficient to is damaging in different circumstances. So the need for controlling is necessary in an organizational because of following reasons. First one, to correct the action. Second, to reduce the eliminated mistakes. To make employee loyal to the organization. To find the deviations in the management. For next, accomplishing organizational goals. Judging accuracy of standards. Making efficient use of resources. Improving employee motivation. Ensuring order and discipline. Facilitating coordinations in action. So the process of controlling will be in a circular way. First, set a standard. Second, measure a performance. Third, compare the performance. Fourth, take corrective actions. A controlling is a otherwise referred as control system. So during the process of control, the manager sets up a control system. A control system is a set of machines designed to increase the probability of meeting organizational standards or goals, commonly used to control in any organizations. So here, the basic common process is involves in establishing the standards, measuring performance against these standards, correcting variations from the standards and their plans. So the control action is related to the planning function. The control action is a forward corrective action. The control function is essential supported by actions to desired result. The control action is continuous in a process. Control function is applicable in all organizations, hence it is universal one. So in the next, the critical points of standard which is used in controlling. The principles of critical point of control is the effective control requires attention to factors to evaluating the performance against the plan. There are two different types of critical points. One is physics standard, cost standard, capital standard, revenue standard, program standard, middle standard, goal standard, strategic plans, and controlling points of strategic controls. So the financial and budget controls, marketing control, human resource control, operational control, R&D control, quality control, and inventory control. So these are the main controls which is used to take place in the critical points of control. A physical standard where the materials are used, the labor is employed, services are rendered, goods and producers. The labor hours per unit of output, pounds of fuel per hours per productions, ton miles of unit traffic carries. Cost standard, the direct and indirect cost produced per unit, labor cost per unit per hour, material cost per unit and machine cost per hour, selling cost per rupees and unit of sales. So next, capital standard. A typical balance sheet discloses capital standard. Standard for new investment, standard for overall cost, standard for ROI, standard for current assets of current liabilities, standard for debit for new work, standard for fixed investment of total investment cost. The revenue standard and program standard. Revenue standard is gives per bus passengers or per miles, average sales per customer, sales per capital in given market. Program standard to install a variable budget program, a program for the development of new product, program for improving the quality of standards of sales. Intangible standards. What standards can be manager used for determining the competences of divisional purchase agents of personal actions? Wherever the public relations programs is a successful one, whatever that basing the program meets both short and long term objectives. A supervisor liaise to a company of their particular objectives. Thank you.